Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody is having a blessed Tuesday. We have an awesome show. This is number 9 for the GOAT show today, and we have somebody that's super inspirational. He has been through the thick of it. He comes from the same kind of situation I did, and I'm going to leave that up to him to tell you. But he's been through a lot of different things. He's done a lot of different business adventures. He has a lot of success and a lot of different opportunities. And I'm super excited to bring in our student, Russell Hall, to the show.
Hey, Eric.
What's up, Russell? Man, it's great to meet with you live on the GOAT show. We did meet on TikTok, and it was a great hour interview, or just talking and chatting it up, man. But super excited to have you here. And just go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself, Russell, and kind of where you're at before, I guess, and just an overcap to prepare the audience of what's coming.
Well, so I guess when we do this, and it's kind of weird, I just got to say this, that the roles are reversed. Like I do interviews every week, and now I'm the interviewee. So it's kind of a weird spot to be in. So, as you mentioned, I had a previous life that was very different than the life I live today. I spent about 15 years just in the midst of my drug addiction and alcoholism. I hit bottom on more than one level. I've wrestled with legal issues on the city, county, state, and federal level. And at one point in my life, I guess enough was just enough. How they say you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was in jail again, and it was just, I had to do something different. And I had tried everything except taking one piece of advice to get some help. So I finally tried getting some help, and by the grace of God, I've been clean since June 5th of 1997. So a little over 25 years of sobriety.
25 years of sobriety. And so that's amazing, man. I chug along each day, you take it one day at a time, right? And 25 years of doing something for a period of time, then actually stopping it and then transforming your life. So what was that epiphany moment for you that, when you were drinking and that addiction, what changed for you to actually look at life a little bit differently?
Eric, I've been in the midst of just overdose situations in hospitals. I've been in jail cells. I had, been in and out of relationships, and I was just tired. I was broken, and I couldn't go on like that anymore. It just wasn't worth going on it like that anymore. So I finally reached out to get some help I had been in contact with some folks that said that it can be different. You don't have to be like this. You have some agency, some choice in this, but it's going to take some work. And it did. It took a lot of work. It took an amazing community to support and rally around me. I see a whole lot of parallels between my recovery and my affiliate marketing business. I needed to get help, hence why you're my mentor. And, I'm part of a community that builds people up and helps grow them in their weak points. And so the same's been true kind of in every area of my life. I was broken and there was nowhere else to go. So I reached a hand out, and thankfully there was a hand there to help me up.
I love it, man. So, since you've been sober, you've done a lot of things in your life. I'm not going to spoil it for everybody else, but, you've done a lot of physical labor and stuff. Let's talk about that before. What kind of jobs have you had in the past, during this addiction time, right? Because I think when you sobered up is when you kind of started, taking charge of your life and becoming your own boss. But what kind of jobs have you had throughout the years, up to the point to where sobriety?
So, pre-sobriety, I was in the grocery industry and the banking industry.
Okay.
And the banking industry is no place for an addict. Let me just put it that way.
Right.
It's probably not a safe place for an addict anywhere, but the bank is not one of them. Once I sobered up, I'd lost my career. I mean, I'd lost everything. I was on a downward wind of a losing streak. And so I got involved in nursery and landscape business. And so when I didn't have work, I would work second shift and shovel machine shavings from lathes and mills and stuff in a metal shop. Whatever it took just to make sure that there was food on the table and a roof over my head. Eventually, I was able to learn enough and get enough certifications in the landscape business where I was a master certified landscaper. I was able to do irrigation and chemical application and all of those things. And I went and I started my own business. And it took me 3 tries to actually get a brick and mortar landscape business off the ground successfully. So that's kind of been part of my journey. In the middle of all that, I got connected to a higher power of my own understanding, and I got called into ministry. And so I had to sell my successful landscape business to kind of follow a new direction that I felt like God had for me. So I've spent the last 20 years in pastoral ministry, 17 and a half of them in a local church. I now work for a nonprofit as the pastor on staff, one of the pastors on staff, and we reach out and help to eradicate homelessness in youth. So
Awesome.
Kids that are 16 to 24 years old that had backgrounds like ours, maybe disconnected from family, those kinds of things. I get to work with folks that are disconnected and help them on a daily basis.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful transition going from somebody because as an addict, you're really self-centered, selfish, like thinking about yourself all the time, right? That's a crazy transition to go from, being an addict in the midst of the crap, right? Going to the hospital for, potential overdoses and jail cells to actually being a minister and actually taking charge and helping people better their lives. That's absolutely amazing, man. It's a big feat, right? And so, since then, since your sobriety, I know you've started several businesses. What was the very first thing you've actually started on this journey when the brick and mortar kind of stopped and got into the church servicing? What was the very first business after that you started?
Well, the very first one was I opened an eBay store.
Okay.
I am an avid sports memorabilia collector. I love just autographs and game used pieces and just the old school Topps baseball cards, from the 1950s. And so I started an eBay store to be able to buy collections, get what I wanted for my own collection, and then flip the rest of it. And so that eBay store has been open for a little over 20 years now.
Oh, wow.
So that was my first adventure into e-commerce or something kind of a side hustle to bring in some extra income. Then about a year ago, I opened up an Amazon store, and that was great. And during that same time, I was getting my feet wet in the affiliate marketing process, going from kind of low ticket affiliate marketing, being an affiliate of just local stores and Amazon, to trying to learn the high ticket sales. And of course, I've been through, I think it's 4 or 5 programs. I finally found my home. So
well, good to hear. Good to hear. So we have the eBay store going for about 20 years now and running strong with like sports memorabilia, trading cards, just like that, which is beautiful, man. I had a great card collection until probably the third time I went to prison. It all went away, right? I was collecting cards from the time I was like basically born up to 25 years old or so, and then it was gone. So I know how much work it actually takes to put into that, and not only that, build a business on top of something that you're passionate about. So then you jumped into your Amazon store and FBA, correct?
Yeah, FBA.
Right. Awesome. So what do we? So what's the kind of like, I guess, the transition from being on Amazon and then being on eBay? Is there a difference there? Is like a different strategy? Like what takes place there?
So there, at least in my experience, Amazon seems to have a lot more rules. It's a lot more restrictive, but the beautiful thing about Amazon is you're opened up to billions more people in the marketplace. So it's a much larger marketplace. eBay, at least for me, still tends to be more primary with collectibles and unique items, where Amazon, I sell mostly everyday items from cornstarch to workout shorts. And so that's really the 2 big differences for me, is what I sell on each platform and then just how restrictive the platforms are.
Gotcha. So if anybody that wanted to get into eBay, or if they're a card collector, or if they collect anything, or they just have personal items to sell, would you recommend trying to get on an eBay account first and start that out? Because there's a lot of people trying to get on the FBA and then trying to do eBay too. So for a beginner just starting out, just throwing it out there, what would you recommend for somebody that wants to start eBay?
Oh, I think it's just like anything else. We need to have a conversation and figure out what your goals are. If you're just going to dabble and be at it with a hobby, something like eBay is probably going to be better suited for you. If you're looking for more quick scalability and you're not necessarily interested in the collectibles per se, then Amazon's going to be your friend.
Love it. I love it. And I know we had a conversation before the interview here, and you were saying that, you're having all kinds of people reach out to you because, you've run an eBay store for 20 years and the last couple of years for Amazon, and you were telling me that you're also a coach in that. So you can actually teach people on how to set these things up and actually maybe get traction, right? So what does that look like for you now that you're coaching a little bit here and there, doing the eBay, doing the Amazon? you're bringing a coaching aspect into it. How does that revolutionize your business or your mindset or anything? 'Cause I know you like to give back, right? So, you're doing all these great things in Amazon and eBay, but also bringing on coaching clients too. Let's talk about that, and how you're helping people start these businesses.
So this is, I guess, was what happened, once I got involved with PIB and my affiliate mindset changed. I'd been through a lot of crap, a lot of ringers as far as it goes with other programs. I learned something with each of them, but when I got to PIB, it was the first time that I was encouraged to actually do something that was unique to me. I still promote the course. I love the course. I want to continue to, it's got a great set of tools. But what it's given me in those tools is the opportunity to create my own course to teach people how to do eBay and FBA. And so while I'm promoting and doing affiliate marketing with the tools that I used with PIB, I'm also building this suite of products where I can go out and be able to offer a more in-depth ebook, be able to offer a course, be able to offer a mastermind, be able to offer those types of things, a membership program where folks can come in and experience genuine value so they can actually get their businesses launched and successful. There's a lot of crap in all of these spaces out there, and it's not none of them are a get rich quick scheme. They all take work. And I just think they need somebody with integrity in the space to teach. And so that's kind of training and transferring those skills to other folks is part of my journey. And it's something that brings me joy.
That's absolutely amazing. My whole thought when I started Passive Income Blueprints was actually teach people like the laws of marketing, right? How to connect with your audience and, and set up, trainings and stuff like that. So it's an amazing thing to see an individual come into Passive Income Blueprints with a skill set from before and actually learn and implement from what you're learning now to build a coaching business and actually help somebody in that niche, right? That's absolutely amazing. And that just shows it's a duplicatable process, right? It's almost across the board. You could pretty much promote anything once you learn the set of skills that you're learning currently. You find that correct?
I absolutely find that correct. And I thought, I'm going to continue to be an affiliate for other people, but what better way to put the skills to use than to actually promote my own products? I mean,
it's more fulfilling. It truly is. Then you're like, you feel like more of a business owner, right? Because you have more, I guess, foundation, more authority as well. So you've built your authority already in Amazon. You're building your authority right now in eBay, right? Or you've already built it in eBay for 20 years. And you're taking all that knowledge when you didn't think you could probably produce a course, right? So you're taking that knowledge of eBay, Amazon, and then you're taking the strategies from PIB and you implemented that into your eBay and Amazon. So what has that done for your business so far? Like what kind of traction are you getting?
Well, so with the FBA course and information, I've got a handful of people that are involved in kind of a beta situation. So I'm training and mentoring and coaching them one-on-one. And so we do time on calls. And in the beta, it's really an opportunity for me to see where my shortcomings of delivering information are. And it's to get, really great questions from a group of people who are totally serious about actually starting a business in this arena. And so that allows me to kind of tweak the course as I go to get the specific videos and specific trainings that they need. I mean, and Eric, I got to give you props, man. This all came from me watching you and Barb and Anthony teach us how to do this, right? You're away getting invested in yourself and investing in us and learning more and bringing it back to us. And all of these brain dumps, all of these masterminds, all of these learnings that we have in the program give us an opportunity to really, implement it in ways that they're bigger than the box that they look like they're in, if that makes sense.
Indeed. Absolutely.
It's exciting.
It's amazing. It's just a transformation. A lot of people come in and say, "Oh, are you going to only teach me how to promote your product?" But that's not what we do here. We teach you a duplicatable process, and you definitely took the lead on that and showing that it is possible, right? To take in the skill set you already had and just implement, the connection to people or, throwing that out there that, hey, I can teach somebody something I've been doing for 20 years. I'm able to teach that now. And you're talking about also building an affiliate program. Let's talk about that a little bit and kind of, what's your, I guess, your eyesight on that, like your direction and your ultimate goal with that?
Well, so I'm one person and I am going to resonate with a particular group of people, and I won't reach everybody. But I have enough, I guess, confidence in the product lines that I'm developing that they're going to be really, really good for a broader scope of people than I'll actually ever be able to reach. And so to that end, this is where affiliates can help you out, right? When we look around the mastermind on a Monday or Wednesday or Thursday, there are 30 to 100 people in there on any given night, and we all come from different walks of life. We all have different daytime jobs or stay-at-home mom situations or whatever the case may be, and we all just resonate with different folks. And so I know that I'm not the only stereotype that can do eBay or FBA or affiliate marketing. So if I can get some affiliates involved, they get to actually help other people. They get to, get some extra income in their, in their pockets, and more people get the opportunity to get in touch with tools that are actually useful. I'll give you a real quick example, Eric. There is this whole idea of you have to ungate certain products on Amazon FBA. Mm-hmm. And there are people out there that are charging $100 to $200 for an ungating guide that is 3 pages long.
Amazing, right?
And I think that there's value in those, but I think that they're overpriced, and I think that it's just kind of a bait and switch the way that it's done right now. So I want to be able to provide those tools at a much more affordable price line, or include them in a value pack where it's value stacked. If you take my course, you're going to get the ungating guides. You're not going to have to pay extra for that. That's just ridiculous. Let me give you all the information you need to be successful. Too many people in the space are trying to piecemeal profit rather than actually help people.
Gotcha. So you're clearly in the line of work of helping people, inside the church, and and obviously, you can actually inspire other individuals that have the same type of walk of life as well. So you're talking about like resonating with a certain type of demographic, I guess you could say, or people, but bringing that affiliate program in, right? Building that out is going to help you have more of a reach, right? Absolutely. Because there's different mindsets and different, walks of life and whatever they may promote. So that's a beautiful thing. You're giving not only yourself opportunity, but you're going to allow others to have an opportunity as well with the training. That's super amazing. And it makes me smile inside and outside, because it's just amazing on what you can actually do with the skills you're learning inside of Passive Income Blueprints. And I didn't really, after talking to you, I didn't think of it at that level. Even Amazon, FBA, all these different things, in eBay, you're taking the skills of communication, mindset, also mentorship, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what we talk about a lot, and we really hold ourselves true to having a community, right? And I know you're building a community on Facebook right now and stuff like that. So what other social media accounts do you typically use to promote, like, say, eBay, or like, what's your process in that? Because I'm gonna get on eBay right now. I know this is not affiliate marketing, but it does have something to do with everything, right? Because you're taking the skills of high ticket affiliate marketing, the branding process, communication, mentorship, and now you're implementing it inside of eBay. It's absolutely amazing. And it just amazes me, truthfully. I'm still surprised about it. So, you're taking this different path, I guess, into affiliate marketing. You're not really so much focused on like making high ticket affiliate products like sales, but you're just taking that knowledge that you're learning here. You're still an affiliate, but you're implementing that in other business models. It just blows my mind, and it just shows that what works is working. So, so now that we have an established eBay store, I'm sure you're doing pretty well with that. You're into the sports memorabilia trading, and that's a passion for you, right? So you took a passion and turned it into other people's passions. Because I know myself, I was a card trader for a long time, and it's kind of a small network, right? Everybody's kind of not really small, but everybody's on the same page. So you're able to relate with your audiences. So what kind of training or coaching program have you implemented to help people?
So both the eBay and the FBA suites are in production process right now. And so they both start with, a lead magnet that is just a basic ebook that allows you to get some understanding of what it means to sell on one of those two platforms. Gotcha. There is an advanced course with both of them that has both a long PDF, a couple of 100 pages, and we're developing videos to go with that. And so people can actually do the course, and they'll have everything that they need when they're done, if they implement, to have a successful start on either one of the two platforms. Beyond that is we would call it a mastermind, but it's community based information where there's constant support and mentoring. Because just because you've got the stuff in front of you and somebody's taken the time to pull all the information from all the different sources and just lay it at your feet for a price, there's still people get stuck. I mean, we see it all the time. We see it in the chats. We see it in the groups. We've got step-by-step directions, and yet there's still something that comes up. And so there's an added layer of coaching that takes on two different forms. One's membership, where there's a monthly payment for it, and then the other one is lifetime, which is just, it's a bigger investment, but it gives you an opportunity to constantly have new leads on what to sell. And so it's always added value with each tier. And so that's kind of the process where we're at. We've got separate Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube accounts for each of the things that we do. So, financing the future is my affiliate marketing wealth niche gig. And so you'll see me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, all the places, on 5 or 6 platforms.
So you're definitely omnipresent. You see the power in that. You diversified, and you actually, got onto different platforms. But I'm sure you started with one and you kind of like grew from there. And eBay was the main one, and then Amazon. Now we're on TikTok, right? YouTube. And so, it's so crazy how you're able to wrap all this together and still have different businesses, but still be able to promote the same way and still get great results. That's amazing to me. It truly is. And so, you have so much experience in business. It blows my mind, right? You come from the same kind of background and you transition to this, and that's a hero's journey in itself, right? Telling that story, it inspires me, staying clean and sober for 25 years. I can only imagine if I was clean another 5 or 20 years, like where could I possibly be, right? Because we were held back so much in our lives being under the influence. And it's just amazing to me, the transformation somebody could take just by maybe an epiphany moment or something that happens in their life, and they decide, what, I'm done with this. I'm done sweeping floors, with all the leg shavings and all that stuff. And then you transition to a business owner. So, your day to day, what does it look like? Because, it sounds like you have a lot on your plate. And I don't want to overwhelm anybody that's watching this right now. And I hope you guys that are watching it, go ahead and comment #live. And if you're on the replay, #replay. But what does your day look like, from when you get up and kind of running your several businesses, I guess? Let's hear like a little rundown of like what you do.
So, wow. Okay. Rundown of what I do. Get up in the morning and get my mindset right first. I'm a firm believer in prayer, meditation, and just taking some time to journal, or just to get all the inside set right. If I'm not right on the inside, the rest of the day is shot. So that's important. Take whatever it takes to, process the day before, or get over whatever mindset issues I may be having in the moment. And then, whether that's through a gratitude list or journaling or just, simple prayer meditation, that's paramount each and every day to start my day. Then I move through kind of a regular morning routine. I spend most of my time on most mornings doing my community research and my research for affiliate marketing related things, whether it's trending sounds or just those types of things, putting my content together, my content plan together, be sure and publish a tip of the day every day as early as I can, and then have a plan for the rest of the day for the 2 or 3 or 4 other postings that'll happen. Believe it or not, most every day I spend about 3 hours minimum on my affiliate marketing business. And that includes going live. That includes answering DMs, doing email, all of those things that are part of, being consistent and showing up every day. My eBay and Amazon stores are to a point where they're somewhat on autopilot. So, I usually shop. I'll spend 8 hours a week shopping, and I'll do 8 hours a week tops, depending on how the shopping goes, shipping. And so whether that's listing on eBay or listing on Amazon, and then getting it all set to go. I mean, that's usually about 16 hours of my week. And I just fit that in. It's usually a full day on a weekend day, Saturday. And then, the rest of the time I spend with family and friends when I'm not, at my regular full-time job. So it's just, when you want to do something, I find that you figure out a way to carve out the time to do it.
For sure.
So
yeah, absolutely. It's just amazing running 3 businesses. And what I've heard, it really starts with mindset and routine, right? And I know for a lot of people coming into the business, it doesn't matter what you're doing, but if it's something new, it starts with the routine and the mindset. It's really, really powerful because you have to know what to expect. That there will be failures, there will be ups and downs. And so, that's a good gold nugget for anybody out there that's starting into this. Start with the mindset, and a routine, getting in something every day that you do to better yourself, right? Like, writing down your affirmations or, stuff you're grateful for, taking care of yourself first and foremost is super, super powerful and very, it's what it is. So you basically run 3 hours a day on your affiliate marketing business. The other 2 businesses are basically running by themselves. So that's 3 streams of income. And what's great is if one were to fall, you still have 2 streams of income to rely on, right? That's mind blowing. And people, it's hard to wrap their mind around how am I going to work a job and run another business, but clearly it's doable, right?
It is doable. And we even teach that, within the affiliate marketing space, as you scale, you find ways to automate, you find ways to delegate, you find ways to do other things. With each of these businesses, there are opportunities to scale, and scaling almost always entails getting some help. I've never scaled on anything and not gotten some help, whether it's brick and mortar or e-commerce or affiliate marketing. You got to get help. Eric, I do want to say one thing. I want to be very, very clear that I did not start all 3 of these businesses all at the same time on the same day.
Right.
Hear us when we say eBay store has been in existence for 20 years. I can list 20 items an hour, and I can spend a couple hours a week putting new products in there, and I've got the inventory. Amazon, I intentionally, spend time shopping to do those things. In affiliate marketing, I intentionally spend time shopping or spend time implementing the things that I'm learning and producing content and conversing with people. I saw a question there. How do I prevent burnout?
Yeah, I was going to pop that back up there right here, I think. Yeah. So let's talk about that. That's a great question, actually, because, we're not starting with 3 businesses at once. You start with one, you established it, it's running by itself now. And you started another one, right? And then getting it to run by itself. Now you're starting into the coaching. So how do you stop and prevent burnout? Like, truthfully?
Well, I think part of it is mindset. I have to first off recognize, and I have my accountability partner is my wife. I am a type A personality, class A workaholic. I have to watch myself, and I have to have my community be sure that they're pointing out when I'm going over the line. But the truth of the matter is I run on about 6 hours of sleep a day. There's 18 other hours in the day. I have an 8-hour job. That's 10 hours left. I have a lot of time in that extra 10 hours to eat, be with family, take care of myself, and do things to keep all 3 businesses moving. We have this mindset that we don't have enough time, that it's scarce. And really, it's not about the scarcity of time. It's about how we are able to utilize that time in the most efficient way. So, even if there is something on the television, I could be listing stuff on eBay while I'm watching my television show.
That's beautiful.
It's not, it sounds overwhelming, but it takes time to step into. So again, understand this has been a long process. And there are times I don't get it right. There are times that I overextend myself, and I've done too many helpful calls, too many, I did actually go in last week and I reduced the amount of time availability on my Calendly so people could not sign up for as many slots just to make sure that I was balanced. And then I get away. I'm fortunate enough that with my regular job and with my income streams that I have that we've been talking about, I get away once a quarter, at least for a week, once a quarter. So in March, my daughter and I are going to Europe for a school trip, and we're going to be in Paris and in Spain, and we'll spend 13 days abroad, and that feeds my soul. I love to travel. I love to see new places and explore things. My wife and I are going on a cruise in the second quarter. So there's something that I have every single quarter that gets me totally disconnected. So I set things up to run on autopilot while I'm gone. I'll have content produced and scheduled, and it will self-publish. And, it's just, you do what you have to do to make it work.
That's amazing. It's just prioritizing your time, having the mindset, starting with one thing, getting good at it, and then diversifying. That's absolutely amazing. So you pretty much have something to look forward to every quarter, right?
Yes.
So you have Europe planned out, then you have the cruise planned out. So all you have to do is basically put your head down for 3 or 4 hours a day, work on your business, and from that you're gaining enough, I guess, resources and money to go on vacation or go get out of the rat race, I guess you could say, of the life, and then actually take care of yourself. And not only that, you're taking your daughter with you, which is super inspirational. I've never even been out of the United States because of my felonies, but I definitely want to go to Paris or go somewhere like that. So that's a dream of mine. I'm sure 25 years ago you weren't thinking you're going to be doing all this, right?
No. In fact, it took some time to get my record in a position where I could travel internationally. And it just, you've got to do what you got to do. And after a while, depending on the situation, you can be surprised what can be overcome. There's only really one country in the world that's not real interested in me right now. And I hate to say it, but it's Canada. So that's a story for another day. We'll have to talk about that, but it's a funny, laughable story. But yes, I've been to Bulgaria and India and Africa, and we're going to Europe. I've been to the Netherlands. So I love to travel and to be able to do the things I want to do, and to be able to counterbalance inflation, and to be able to, add to a pension that's not, in this day and age, not really worth what I'd like it to be worth. That's why I do what I do.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. That's something to shoot for myself, for sure, and being in that position and being comfortable and knowing, hey, what I have going on right now, my business and my life is definitely moving towards the future. But not only that, it's running on autopilot. It didn't start like that, but now you have these established businesses. You're a coach and a mentor for the businesses you've already built with tons of experience. It's just so amazing to me, and when people say they don't have time, right? And that's one of the things I want to talk about right now. How do you manage your time? I guess you start with the mindset stuff in the morning, but do you schedule out like, okay, I just need to get this done today on this business, this done today on this business, and this done today on this business? Is that kind of like the strategy you have?
Yeah, it's all scheduled, and it's all scheduled around my primary work that I do full time. So when you set the schedule, you have to stick with it, right? And I think that's key. Learn what your limits are, and don't overschedule beyond your limits. So I know when I'm doing like listing individual cards on eBay, I can list 20 cards an hour, no problem. That's taking the pictures, getting the description done, getting them posted. That's the works. So I know that if I need to list 200 items that week, then I know that I'm looking at 10 hours worth of listings, and I can schedule blocks of listing time in my calendar. And I do that. I do the same thing. I schedule my shopping time for Amazon. I schedule my research time, my content creation. Sundays are huge days for me after church, because on Sundays I do batch content creation. And I'm batching 30 or 40 tips of the day. That gives me a month's worth of content, my first post of the day for a month. And I'll do them all at once. And then I'll batch out a couple of series. I'm in the middle of, why affiliate marketers fail right now. And that's a piece of content that's 13 pieces long that I batched out a couple of Sundays ago. And so those types of things, leveraging, I guess, just efficient time management and making sure they're calendared out. Then when something comes up, or there's just something else that's scheduled, I can be at my daughter's dance functions. I can be at my wife's parties if I need to for her job. I can do things that are meaningful in my life. So I guess that's how I do it. I set the calendar and I live by that calendar. When it's time to check out, I check out.
That's it, huh? That's it. You cut right line in the sand. This is what I'm doing today. If I don't get it all done today, no worries, right?
Yeah.
So, so running 3 businesses and a job, and you're still having time for family. That's amazing. And it just shows what's possible. Not only that, you're a coach and a mentor that can teach somebody the schedule, the mentor, the mindset, and actually how to start a business and have success. That's what it's all about, is actually having somebody that's done it before, that's willing to work with you one-on-one until you have that success. Because, as well as I do, a lot of people jump into this and not knowing what to expect. And then they end up quitting, and then they don't have success, and then they call it a scam, right?
Right.
But if we implement some mindset, some daily routines, your schedule before we start teaching on how to make money, it's so much more important. It's so much more powerful too for that person, right? And so now, how many students are you coaching right now? What's your availability per month on students?
I try to keep it right now to 15.
Okay.
And so I've got 3 that are with eBay. I've got half a dozen that are with FBA, with Amazon, and then the rest are in the affiliate marketing space. And half of those are actually looking to do something similar to what I'm doing. So I'm meeting with an artist on Saturday who wants to learn affiliate marketing, mainly to be able to promote her own artwork. So the skills that are there, how do we drive content to offers? How do we, all those things. I'm able to actually have a conversation, a legitimate conversation that will provide her value, and she'll have some success if she'll just implement the things. And so the rest of the 15 is usually made up of affiliate marketing or marketing related conversations.
That's beautiful, man. That's amazing. Just the whole thought of everything that's taken place from when you got sober till now. It's really encouraging for anybody out there to say they don't have time, or they don't have the resources, or I don't know where to start, or all these different things. It's amazing that we have an individual on the live today, Russell, that is has done it, and he's able to teach somebody the same duplicatable process, right? And that's what makes it so great, is now you have training involved, right? You have a mentorship program, so you can teach that duplicatable process. And you said you take about 15 clients a day for that, which is
a month,
not a day, but a month, right? And so, do you, as a person graduates through your program, I'm sure they're having success, you just add another one in there, right? Yeah. Okay. And so so you're doing lots of one-on-one, and then you have the group community, and you have all these different things that you're implementing, which is amazing. I just got off of this 3-day event, the Expert Summit, and these are people that are making millions of dollars a day, and now they're just implementing a community, right? That one-on-one help, that contact me whenever you need. And there's a lot of companies right now in the industry that are actually changing what they do day to day, and actually adding more courses based on this community aspect, and actually giving that one-on-one help, right? So that's absolutely amazing, man. It truly is.
Well, I see in the next 6 months, Eric, that I'm going to have to, take another cue from you, because I'm getting close to that bandwidth on everything, where I'm going to need to have my own Barb or my own Anthony, right? Mm-hmm. I'll have to bring partners into the spaces to help with some of those things. Oh, Christine and John, hey y'all, good to see y'all. Thanks for tuning in. As we scale, we'll have to add help, and that's just smart. I think it's smart business management, but you've got to get to that point where it's like a tipping point. Mm-hmm. Where if you don't do it, you're going to start to backslide. But if you do it, it's going to be scary, and it may be a little leap of faith action going on there. But that's the place I'm getting to. So, somebody will have to be, I'll have to have somebody that's on staff, so to speak, with the businesses for the coaching with FBA to help do the mastermind type stuff, right? Just to take that load off, to balance it. To hire VAs, or to start having somebody put together. I really want to be in control of my own content, so I don't want to delegate that. But there are other aspects of each of the 3 businesses that I will, at some point during the course of this year, having to be adding staff in order to make it continually successful. Love and to take care of myself.
100%. Delegations is really important in business, and really focusing on your superpower, right? My superpower is not typing, not back-end systems. It's not none of that. It's connecting with my audience and helping people move the needle in their life, and showing them there's another opportunity. So what is your superpower? What do you want to work on full time? and delegate out to everybody else? Like, I know there's probably a lot, but what is your superpower?
I think when it relates to eBay and FBA,
Mm-hmm.
I have the ability. It's kind of like X-ray vision. I can get in a conversation with somebody, and I can
Mm-hmm.
see. It's not about seeing through them, but it's about seeing them through. And you got
Right.
to be able to see what's going on the inside in order to help them get to that next step. And that's
Okay.
my superpower. I think it's also applicable to affiliate marketing. I've had a couple of conversations with folks where they wanted to start and get involved and get training, and come to find out, I mean, there's one guy who's got this amazing business system. He's a 7-figure earner in his business, and he was looking at taking an affiliate marketing course to promote other things.
Mm-hmm.
And the benefit that I was able to point out to him, and he couldn't see the forest for the trees, it was amazing that he already had everything he needed to promote. He just
Perfect.
needed the tools. And so we're having a conversation about those tools. But he doesn't need to go promote somebody else's stuff. He's got enough of a network and enough partnership in his industry that he's got everything he needs. So he doesn't need to add something else on his plate. He just needs the skills, right? So
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm really excited about to see where that conversation goes later this month.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Another thing I learned inside this World Summit, the Expert Summit, was if you want to make more money, that doesn't mean you get more products, right? You just
Right.
get good at what you're selling currently, right?
Yeah.
And so, that's a really good point to make is, even though you have 3 businesses and a job, I want to point out to everybody else, just start with one thing and get good at it. And it just shows after you start scaling, and you said he built a network and you've built a network on eBay, and you've taken the skill set, what you're learning in PIB, and now you could visually see on how you can scale that business, right? Through delegation, getting help, and actually working on your superpower every day, because that's what's going to truly move the needle, right? If we have you focusing on all the other minute things, you can't really exercise your superpower. And that's what I'm come to realize is, everybody has a position. And if I step out of bounds and start doing some VA work, then I'm not working on my superpower, right? And I think you're realizing that now of what you really have. I'm sure you already knew what you had, but now it's opening your eyes on how you can actually scale this thing, right?
Right.
So what are your plans with it? Do you plan on building the eBay up and just keeping it forever? Because I know a lot of people do the FBA and sell them, or they'll sell Amazon stores or whatever it is. So you're going to scale your hobby, your craft, right? With what you do with your trading cards, and then the FBA stuff. That's another one of those things that you can scale as well, and also actually build out businesses for people too. So what kind of do you have a done for you, done with you kind of process to where if you don't want the coaching, like here's a done for you in a sense?
It's yeah, and I think it's more done. Well, yeah, I guess it is done for you. Um, so with eBay and Amazon, I don't actually build the stores for them. I walk them through the process so they
Oh,
can do it
perfect.
themselves. So they could just do the course and be done with it, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they could have as little interaction as they wanted to. Um, for me though, it's with all of them, it's about building long-term sustainability. So with the eBay store, I have to do the buying. I'm going to be the one that buys the collections and
Mm-hmm.
determines the value to see what's going to sell and what's not. Um, and then I can delegate everything else. I've got people that I hire to do listings for me.
Perfect.
I've got a couple of people trained, so when I get really heavy in inventory, I can get some help there. With FBA, we'll scale that by having people do the packing and the barcoding that they need to do, and that will take that off my plate. So that'll give me 8 hours back when I start that, when I
Beautiful.
implement that.
Beautiful.
So it's just, recognizing little things like that, but I don't intend on selling any one of the 3 businesses. I'm
Gotcha.
looking for something that will be, I'm always about long-term sustainability because I think in this day and age with inflation and the way that the world's going, that I'm going to need those streams of income no matter what my pension is 10 years from now.
Indeed.
I'm going to need that support. And so I try to do things that I love, that I can stay engaged with for a long period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and also teach others to stay engaged with for a long period of time.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so, in that mastermind, I keep bringing that up because I just came from it. But there's
Yeah.
individuals in there that would literally build a store for a year,
Yeah.
get like proof on it, and they build it up, and then they'd sell it for 100K, if not more. right? And they get up there to the millions, believe it or not, depending on your store. And so, can you do snaps? I'm just curious, can you do like snapshots of like the business so you can like basically put it and plug it into somewhere else, find the products in a sense, because all the systems are done. Is that doable on like say Amazon or eBay to give a snapshot of your business to kind of basically sell it in a sense, but you still keep your business?
So I would say that is kind of inherent in the suite of products that we're doing for Amazon.
Okay.
I do something that I haven't seen other coaches in the space do, and I actually provide free leads to help people have their first win, like product leads.
Mm-hmm.
So I know as a brand new Amazon person, what you're going to be ungated on to start that you can sell right away. And I try to give folks some early wins and then teach them how to find wins of their own. And so in that sense, it's kind of a both done for you and done with you process. But yes, I could sell the Amazon business, but part of me looks at least at this moment, that's always great to have in the back pocket. I've got this business that generates 6+ figures in revenue a year, about 30% ROI. So it's a $30,000 profit business a year at the moment. And maybe I can scale it some more and sell it, but why would I want to? If it's mostly on autopilot, why wouldn't I want to just, keep teaching people how they can do their own? Because I can teach them how to do it sustainably a lot less expensive than I can sell a 6 or 7 figure business.
Got you. Indeed.
But my mind might change on that down the road.
Yeah, you get good enough building stores and putting the products in there and then actually supplying the leads to the person, that's a done for you business, business in a box, truly. And now you're providing also leads to help get that first sale, right? That gives that inspiration to a new person as well. A win in affiliate marketing would be 1,000 followers on TikTok or actually pumping some leads in there. But getting that first win is super important to let them know, hey, this is real and it does work. That's amazing, man. That's truly amazing. And the support that you're giving, leads, mentorship, here's how you do the business. Like, what more can you ask for? Honestly, like besides doing it for them, right?
Right.
That's absolutely amazing. So you refined something for the last 20 years, jumped into passive income blueprints, where you call home now, and you're taking the skills from affiliate marketing, our branding process, targeting our avatar, marketing, product research, market research, and you've implemented that into your current business. Now, have you scaled your eBay business or your Amazon business due to the fact that you've been in our mastermind?
The Amazon business, yes. The eBay business, not yet, but I think with the training and the things that are coming, I think that will definitely help scale that. I guess I don't know. Ask the question in a different way. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah. So basically, I don't remember what the question was because it's so whatever. But basically, I don't remember.
I think I think I understood you to say, Eric, is has the mastermind of my work in PIB helped scale my other businesses? It is certainly yes, but PIB hasn't taught me how to sell more on Amazon, but it's taught me how to help other people sell on Amazon, which is scaling because it's scaling the coaching part of my business, not the actual product sales part of it. That's how I'd answer that. And it's the same with eBay.
Yeah, I probably made that question a little too long. Sometimes I throw a little too many words in there. It probably don't make sense. But yeah, that's absolutely amazing. So now you've seen an opportunity to not only build your business, but actually help other people along the way and provide that information that's in your head. Because I have so much information in my head. I don't know everything by far, but I have to tell people about it. If not, it just gets bundled up in here and I freak out, it seems like, right? Because, it's just like, it helps me by teaching somebody else. And I notice that with you, you're a pillar in the community. You're always there for support. Like, as you can see inside the comments here, people absolutely love you because you're down to earth. You've been there and done that. And you can actually teach somebody the same process. And it just blows my mind. And I truly didn't know about the success you've had with all of these things until we actually interviewed right now. And I think Barb is in here, like, you just blew her mind too, that you are like a serial entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
It's beautiful. So, if there's anything that anybody can take away from this live right now is experience, and what he's been through already. It's just amazing. Those are the types of people a person needs to get in contact with to actually have success, right? It's the people that's been there that are making money with it. It's absolutely amazing. So now that you have your Amazon business established, you have your eBay been established for a long time. Now you're working on your content for affiliate marketing, and you're actually opening doors and meeting new people through what you're doing now. Like you were talking about a 7-figure earner, he wants to, jump into affiliate marketing, but he's kind of confused on the tools and all those different things. And you're there to accommodate him. He's another FBA or another eBay guy, right? And then kind of open his eyes.
He's actually in a totally different industry.
Wow. Okay.
He's a chemical engineer or something. He does something in a whole different part of the world, but he's at a level in his career and organization where he does a lot of leadership training, and he's got all these coaching opportunities, and he's just trying to find his way about putting those forth. And he just needs some tools that we offer. And so we're having some amazing conversations to that end to see where that takes him. That's he doesn't amazing. Need to promote somebody else's product. He's got all of his products that he needs himself to promote.
Gotcha. So yeah, you're just giving the tools, the resources, and maybe just walking them through the process to lighten the blow on how difficult it is or isn't, right? Because it's truly not difficult if you know what you're doing,
right?
And so going right to the man himself to get it done is what it's all about, man. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So where can we find Mr. Russell Hall at? Where can we find you? If we want to get in contact with you, I got several obviously links here for you, but which one would be the main source of contact if anybody was interested in say, hey, I'm an affiliate marketer, or hey, I was thinking about eBay, or hey, I love your strategy, I would love to work with you. Where would you send somebody right now?
Facebook is probably the best. You can reach out to me at Financing the Future, that Facebook group. Now that's predominantly for affiliate marketing, but if we get in there and you're looking at FBA and eBay, then I can get you switched over to another group. But that's the quickest, easiest way to get hold of me. We spend a lot of time in that group with those folks. So it's good stuff.
Diversifying, man, diversifying to the fullest. And, not only can you support, affiliate marketers, but eBay guys, Amazon guys. So you have a taste of everything. So you can resonate with everybody. When you talk to somebody, you can find out whatever problems they have, right, in their business, either one of them, all three, doesn't matter. And you can actually pinpoint and say, okay, fix this, and fix this. And then this is what you need to do, right? Who does that, right? Like, it's hard to find people that can actually pinpoint what you need in your business, fix it, or help them fix it so they can actually, make some money with it, or actually, build something that they want to live off of or whatever. It's truly amazing, man. And I'm learning a lot more stuff about you because, you typically sit back in the mastermind and just absorb. But when you have something to say, it's powerful, right? Every time. And so it just amazes me of the skill sets that are actually in this community and how we can actually diversify and help other people, not just affiliate marketing, because it's a duplicatable process. It just shows that anything can be done. And so let's talk about your TikTok real quick. Is this one of your TikToks?
That's it. That's my primary.
Okay.
For affiliate marketing.
For affiliate marketing right there. That's amazing. And then we have also your Instagram as well, Financing the Future. So I love the congruency. Like you're keeping it congruent on the name across all platforms. If they see the Financing the Future affiliate, then I'll say, wait, isn't he in eBay? So they go back over to your other page and say, he's doing all this crap. I'm like, oh man, that's amazing, right? That, that just shows the power of being omnipresent and actually having that same kind of handle, Financing the Future. It's obviously a beautiful name, and it explains exactly what it is. So for a brand new person, maybe we can give some insight. I'm brand new, I'm just starting out, and I'm looking for an opportunity. What would you recommend to start out with? Would you recommend starting out with eBay, Amazon, or affiliate marketing? Never done this in their life.
Never done this in your life. A lot's going to depend on the context of the person, Eric. Okay. And I think you know that. And that's why those discovery calls are so important. What are the person's desires and what are their availabilities? I can tell you, for getting involved in the businesses, the easiest, lowest cost way to get involved in starting an online business is affiliate marketing, hands down. You don't have to manage any inventory. You don't have to do any customer service on your own. So I would tend to lead with affiliate marketing and show them all the ways that's possible.
Absolutely. And, if you guys are on the kind of fence about anything, or if you're struggling your Amazon business or your eBay business, or just want to get started in affiliate marketing, I highly, highly, highly recommend you guys go to his Facebook group and just bend his ear a little bit. Find out, if this is something right for you, because you'll be surprised on, you may not have tech skills. You may not, I can barely type 20 words a minute, right? So you don't have to have all these skills. You can take prior experiences and all those things that you've been through at your current job or whatever. If you're, in corporate America and you're on a computer all day, you're really good at the computer spreadsheets. Well, that can definitely transform or, resonate over here as well and be your own boss. That's absolutely amazing. So affiliate marketing would be your go-to if you're, for the most part, would be the cheapest and easiest to get started. But if you're on a different mindset, or if maybe you have an idea or a product already, that to promote, then you can definitely jump aboard something else, or a hobby, right? You're a card collector, coin collectors, all these different things. You can jump on eBay. So if you have a huge amount of baseball cards, right, or memorabilia, that's a good place to, get some traction. And if you guys are, thinking about that, because, there's a lot of people out there that have these cards and they don't really know how to, sell them or how to trade, back in the day, we used to have card shops. Do they have those anymore? Like baseball card shops? Okay. Yeah. Because I haven't seen too many in a while. I know the price of baseball cards went down dramatically over the years. It seemed like, when I was doing it, but it seemed like those shops started falling apart here and there. And eBay has been a really hot spot for people, that wanted to be in that community. So I'm sure you're in a community as well of traders, correct?
Right.
That's amazing. So you have the connections. Not only that, the people, you get the leads, and you can teach them. It's a no-brainer, man. How do I sign up?
Go to my group and we'll get you signed up today, Eric.
Man, that's beautiful. It's inspirational. It truly is inspirational. It gives me something to look forward to, because I've only been sober now almost 4 years, right off alcohol and stuff. And it's just amazing to me on what can be done actually if you just put your mind to it and just, it's just so amazing. Coming from a background in a machine shop like you did, sweeping floors, to owning a very successful Amazon or eBay store for 20 years, right? That's not a little time. That's a lot. That's longer than people are alive, right? So that's just so amazing to me that you're able to scale that, implement, the things you're learning in PIB to benefit your other businesses, and now scale and realize, hey, I'm going to delegate this, and this, and I'm going to work on my superpower to really build my business. And at the same time, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping everybody else around you too, because you're giving them an opportunity. Man, it is truly inspirational. Like Christine said right now, it's super inspirational to just hear your story and everything like that. And, I would like to hear more about this on TikTok and everything else, and how you merged all of them together. That'd be a training course in itself, right? That's a conversation in itself. How you're taking the aspects and the philosophy behind one way to promote, and then you're actually implementing it in another. Yeah. It just shows diversification to the fullest.
100%. Absolutely. And I guess that'll be conversations I'll have with my mentors, you, Barb, and Anthony at some point. I'm still in the mindset that I've got to keep the three separate. This is the most blended thing that I've done with this interview as far as the three are concerned. Because, I was taught early on that, and maybe it's wrong, we'll have to play with it and test and see what works. I've got these specific channels for these specific things. That's a whole new thing, bringing all three of them together. So that'd be worth a conversation, maybe.
It's doable. It is doable because you've already branded yourself as an authority figure. You know exactly what you're talking about on all three situations or all three opportunities. And I think you could be the hub. Okay. Well, what do you want to do? Like you said, you pre-qualify the person, you find their mindset, their daily schedule, what's going to be easier, most affordable. And you can actually sit down with that person and say, look, I've done this for 20 years. I've done this for the last 3 years, and this for the last year. Which one would you like to entertain? What kind of person are you? So that's, I think we'll talk about it later, but I think it could be definitely intertwined and not confuse too many people. Only reason why is because you're an authority. Right. Now, if you're just jumping into this without any kind of authority, you just got an eBay business, you just got an Amazon business, and you just started affiliate marketing, that would confuse your audience, right? But if you're coming to them with business opportunities and other options, mind blowing. We're gonna have to sit down and talk about this. Truly, we are, because I think you have something great here as well. And if you need a VA, let me know. I got some on hand.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good. Man. Well, it's 10 o'clock now, brother. This has been a long conversation. We could probably go for a couple more hours, but I do have some stuff to do and a flight to catch, right?
Yeah, we got to get you home.
I think it's been an hour, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a beautiful conversation with you, man. So I'm gonna go here real quick and go through. So please find Russell on Facebook at Financing the Future, and then we also have here on TikTok at Financing the Future, and we also have Instagram as well, Financing the Future. And I believe you have a YouTube channel, but the link you gave me was just a bunch of numbers and stuff,
Okay.
like whatever.
It's
But you know, what's
Financing
your
the Future
YouTube channel?
too. Financing the Future.
Right? That's congruency and omnipresence. Financing the Future on all platforms, everybody. Do you have a Pinterest?
I do. Financing the Future.
Financing the Future on anywhere you go. You're going to find Russell, all right? So if anybody out there is struggling whatsoever to start an established business, you know, take it from him. You know, ask him what's going on inside Passive Income Blueprints. Pick his brain and find out what he's actually learned and how he can implement, you know, this business model towards anything else, man. It's truly amazing.
It is
amazing, man. I'm super happy to have you on here today. We're gonna definitely have to do this again because there's a lot more to talk about and pick your brain because I learn something new every time I meet with somebody. It doesn't matter their skill set or where they've come from. I learn something new about myself and how I can maybe help somebody else out. It's what it's all about, man. It truly is. So guys, with that being said, if you guys want to text all capital GOATs to 21,000, we go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we bring, you know, top people in their industries on here. We bring in top students that are just starting in this struggle. So we bring them live onto the show, ask them questions, find out where they're at. Maybe they can inspire somebody else. And I've been inspired by you, and I'm sure the people out there right now watching this has been inspired, you know, 100%, man. It's super motivational to me. Right.
Well,
so just know,
Eric, I can't say enough. Thank you for the opportunity, not just to be here, but you know, with what you do for us on a week in and week out basis. I know that you continue to grow your skill set, and that gets poured into us. And so I can't thank you enough for that. It means more than we can ever put in words.
I know, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for the kind words, my friend. This is only the beginning, brother. This is only the beginning of what we got going on. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you take us out with a final thought to your audience, my audience, and everywhere else. And I will give you a recording of this video so you can post it because I think it's going to be chopped up into great content actually. Because we talked about a lot of things here. So go ahead and just take us out real quick, Russell, and we'll end her there.
So I guess if I have one thought to depart on, it's not about timing your business. It's about time in your business. So don't quit, don't give up, don't leave 5 minutes before the miracle. Stick with it, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Absolutely, Russell. Well, it's a blessing having you, brother. You have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow in the mastermind.
All right, Eric. Have a good one.
You get a good one too. All right, guys. Super motivational, super inspirational. Struggling as inside of his addiction and throughout the years, and 25 years sober, 3 businesses on top of having a full-time job. But the only reason why he has that job is because he loves what he does. He does service work, right, for the community. And so it's super inspirational to actually have Russell on here today. I plan on bringing him back because I have more of his brain to pick. So I think there's a lot of information in there. If anybody wants to get in contact with Russell, please go to his Facebook group right now. Jot that down, screenshot it. But, bend his ear, ask him some questions. He's there to help you. Truly is. That's how we are. All of us are here at Passive Income Blueprints. We are here to help. We give value away for free because we know how important it is to get that lending hand or, somebody to ask a question to rather than getting thrown in a Facebook group and hopefully your question gets answered. So again, my name is Eric Forner with Passive Income Blueprints. Don't miss next episode. There's going to be a great episode like always. I'm super grateful to have you guys show up on this show, call and comment and all that stuff. It motivates me and it inspires me to help more people. All right. So with that being said, my name is Eric Forner, the CEO of Passive Income Blueprints, and you guys have a blessed day.